friends. It's me, Captain Dan, and was just walking over to the new stage platform over there to do the intro to the show, but I see we've got some new friends over here. I killed a couple of them over there a little while ago, and now it looks like maybe these guys didn't finish walking through the area. Yeah, I think I should get rid of them before we actually start today's episode. So, yeah, let's get rid of these guys. Yeah, okay, all right, let's have some fun, guys. Oh, something I can point out right now. Do you see this thing in the upper right-hand corner of my screen that looks like the guys I just killed? Yeah, okay, so let me tell you about that. When you kill pillagers, it kind of curses you, and if you then go to a village, the villagers will trigger a raid. And you don't want that. Generally speaking, you don't want that. You don't want to trigger a raid. It's bad. That makes more of those guys come, and they're harder, and you got to fight them, and yeah, it's a whole thing. So the way to fix that is to drink milk. So look in the upper right when I drink the milk here. It's gone. I've cured the curse, and that works for most poisons, whether you're being attacked by a witch or whatever it is that's going on with you. Yeah, you drink some milk and it fixes it. Now, I already fed these guys today, but I want to get some more milk from them for next time. So yeah, they've been fed, they've been bred, and they are continuing to be an excellent food source in this game. It's wonderful. It's the best thing in the world. And let's go put this milk back where it belongs, over here in this chest. That is the chest for the milk. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. And you know, last episode we built that really cool portal that I was going to tell you about, you know, or that we had been talking. Oh, who's down there? Who's down there? Who's down there? Did you see? Oh, it's an Enderman. Okay, just don't look at them in the eyes and it's fine. You just look down like if you're walking the streets of Philly. Hear the blood in my veins. You just look down at the ground. So yeah, as I was saying, we finished this amazing portal here. Isn't this great? I'm still proud of it. I still like just looking at it. I don't like going into the Nether, but I love the way that this thing turned out. It turned out so good. I mean, I shouldn't be tooting my own horn or anything, but this was a lot of fun to build. So anyway, like and subscribe. That's right. I'm here to tell you, please like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. It's the only way the channel grows. It's the only way that YouTube will get this algorithm going. So you've got to like and subscribe. I'm begging you. Like you're causing me physical pain. This is painful when you don't do it. So please do it. Now, you thought I was going to be doing the skeleton spawn farm today, and that's what I had said I was going to do. But that's actually not what I'm going to do. I'm going back to the original plan here, kids, of you know what? We've got to enchant. We have to enchant. Look at these tools. These tools could be so much better. You see them? They could be much, much better. And there's actually an enchantment that you can't get from enchanting that I'm going to talk about today too, because it's very important. I actually need that more than any of the others. And that involves a villager. It involves kidnapping a villager and forcing them into labor. That's right. So we'll talk about that later. But what is you're seeing? There's like a stage here, and I'm on it. And I bet you're wondering what's in this book behind me. Well, I thought that it might be kind of fun to answer some of the listener questions and read some of the other things right here. I've seen other I almost said podcasters. I've seen other YouTubers do this way, and I really liked it. So I took some of the materials that I'd farmed up, and look at this. I mean, it looks okay. I think this is okay. So let's get down to it. This was an error. I made a mistake, and John pointed it out. He says, budding amethyst. If you remember in an earlier episode when I was talking about how you could collect the budding amethyst, that's the amethyst block with the little X on it. Apparently you can't. You can't even obtain that. Oh, look, I have a typo in here. Is it bothering you as much as it's bothering me? Yeah, it is. I can't. Hold on. Phew. Okay. Now we can go back. With Silk Touch, even if you have a Silk Touch enchantment, which usually you can get everything, he's saying you can't even get it with Amethyst. So I was wrong, and I apologize. I was wrong. I was totally wrong. Leo says, why create your own mine instead of using the deep paths in the quarry? Well, there's a couple reasons. One is I like the mine to be kind of a permanent thing. I like to go down there and revisit it. And wait a second. What am I standing on right here? This is where the quarry used to be. That's right. It's not a quarry anymore. It's actually land now. And you can see there's the jungle trees that I collected in the jungle, along with these bamboo shoots that I got. And I'm actually about to go show you how you use scaffolding in a second. And I've been doing something really dumb that I probably shouldn't admit to you, but when I have spare time, I've actually been filling it in, like I said I wasn't going to, with dirt. So whenever I have like a large excavation of dirt, I fill it in. I know that's really weird and there's no reason to do that, but that's what I've been doing down here. So maybe I'll fill it all in. Now, don't forget, hey, don't forget the spider spawner's down there somewhere. I'm going to do something with that, I promise. The skeleton spawner, not so far away either. But for now, just pretend that you never saw that. Nothing happened. I'm not filling a giant cavern in with dirt. That would be OCD. And we all know that's nothing to do with me. Let's get back to the book really quickly. So I want to make like a nice looking entrance to the mine, and I don't know, I like digging a clean staircase down. That's why, Leo. Here's some cat names, because we have to name that cat. We're naming it. We're about to go name it. Glenn, like from Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross. Union Camera suggested Glenn, or Glenn Gary from Blake. Devo, not a bad name. Do like the name. Donnie. I mean, how could I pass Donnie up? That's the genius name, of course, from a movie that I like. Atticus, suggested by Brienne. I get it. Milk Toasts by Nicholas. But you know, my favorite of all of these suggestions that came in, it's got to be Donnie. Come on, guys, it's got to be Donnie from McGeorge there. So, how do you name something in Minecraft? Well, if it's an item, you can name it usually by putting it onto an anvil and naming it there. But if it's some kind of mob, well, then you need to use something like a name tag. And I have 2 name tags right here. So the way that you use a name tag is you take the name tag and you put it up there, and then you just change the name. Yeah, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you a little bit, but you know that this has to be done. There it is. So now you take the name tag and you go over to the mob that you want to name, and it will keep the mobs from despawning too. So you could name like a zombie or something, and it wouldn't despawn. Where is that cat? Where did we put the cat?
Thought that it was hanging out over here. Now it's gone. You know, that's what happens. You put a cat down somewhere and you lose track of it. Not you. We need names for the dog too next. So if you want to help me name the dog, you can. Isn't the cat? Where is the cat? Where did I put that cat? Maybe it's up over here. I just saw this thing. Is it over by where I've been farming the trees? I've been farming these trees. Look, I put all these spruce trees down because I knew I was going to have to do some spruce tree builds. So I've been planting spruce trees like crazy and chopping them down, but where's the cat? I mean, I know it didn't escape because I sat it down and it stays where you put it, but...
There it is. It was back there. Did I just miss it? Did you guys see me walk right by it? All right, so what you do is you hold the name tag, and then you use the name tag, and now we have a cat named Donnie. Okay, Donnie, come on over here with me. You don't need to be in this area much longer anymore. We can put you back over here. I want to hear you all the time. That's the problem, Donnie. Come on, Donnie. Come this way. Donnie, you're out of your element. Come on. Donnie, you're going to be right up here. This is where you're going to stay. Come on, it's getting dark, Donnie. Get up here already. Yes. And take a seat. Take a seat right there.
You guys are dead in the water.
Yes, you're merged with the flower. Okay, I didn't want to hit you. Donnie, keep track of the flowers for me. I gotta get to bed really quick. All right, the cat has been named, and now I want to show you how to use scaffolding. Well, first I'll show you how to make scaffolding. There's 2 ingredients that you need to make scaffolding, and it's not going to be in there. You're going to need some string, and you're going to need some bamboo. If you remember a couple episodes back, I went to find a jungle so that I could make this stuff. So if you were to do a quick search there, you're going to see scaffolding. This is the pattern for scaffolding, and it gives you 6. Not bad, right? Now, why aren't I making it? Well, because I already have enough of it. I just wanted to show you how the recipe works. Come on, give me a break already. So let's grab some of the scaffolding here. 64 seems like enough, and I'm going to demo for you exactly how you use scaffolding, because it's a little bit weird. It doesn't make sense initially if you just have only been building up with like sand or dirt rather to construct things. Scaffolding is a huge change in the way this all works. This looks like a good place to do it. So you put down a piece of scaffolding. It looks like a table. People use it to decorate. See here, I'm sitting at the table. Isn't that great? You can jump up on the scaffolding too, and that's pretty cool. But really, that's not what people really want to use scaffolding for. They want to use it when they're building, just like real life scaffolding. So in order to make a tall, growing tower of scaffolding, it doesn't work the way that regular blocks work. If you were to use or place it, it's actually going to go off in a direction like that, and you'll notice it breaks with one tap. It's amazing that way. But yeah, if you place it right up on the top, then it will get higher. But check this out. If you start placing it right in the middle, it will just keep building up. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, and so to climb the scaffolding, you stand here, and for me, it's spacebar, see? Now you're climbing up. Pretty cool, right? Okay, now what if you're on top of the scaffolding and you want to continue to build up and you use on it? Well, no, that's going to build out in a direction. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of useful, right? But that's not what we wanted to happen. Well, in this case, you're going to have to hold down shift, which is going to make it go down, right? That's how you climb down the scaffold. The spacebar makes you go up. But you're going to have to hold down shift and spacebar at the same time, and you will start building up. So yeah, we've got a really good view up here of this, don't we? But there's something you want to be careful about. Like I said, yeah, you can build out in a direction, but it breaks, and it breaks very, very quickly and easily. So you got to be very careful when you're up there that you don't accidentally break the one little piece of scaffold that you're standing on. But when you're done using the scaffold, it breaks very easily. But check this out. Watch this, okay? Watch. So instead of having to break every single, I'm missing one, there it is. Instead of having to break every single block that you placed when you're climbing and building, no, you don't have to do that anymore. We're scaffolding. It's genius. Now you know why these bamboo is so important. So again, if you want to build up, you just click on that block, and then once you're high, now you can also say, oh, I don't need this above me, and break just what's above you. See? Pretty cool, huh? And then you can definitely build out in different directions, and it will, but there is a limit in how far it will go. I think I forget exactly how many blocks it is. But yeah, it's such an amazing, useful, amazing thing that really it changes how hard it is, or how easy it is rather, to build in Minecraft. It's a genius, and you're going to see me using this for all of the taller builds going forward. So that is how we do scaffolding. But let's talk today about Enchanting, because this episode is actually going to be where I build the Enchanting build. And so, I was thinking about that. Where should I build it? I kind of imagined that the way that I would build it, at first I thought, okay, I'll do like a haunted little hut or church even, or something that like in a graveyard or something super creepy like that. And then I started thinking, well, maybe I want to save that build for the skeleton farm, or even for my next house. I don't know. So then I started thinking, what about like a super minimalist really minimalist kind of a build for this. And I built some of those in the creative world, and I didn't like any of them that much. So then I kind of went back and said, what if I do like a minimalist, creepy, abandoned kind of a house thing? And that might be kind of cool. Trust me, I think I have a couple of good ideas for it. But then where do we want to put this thing? It doesn't make any noise, unlike the portal, which is way down there, and unlike the cows, which are up there. It doesn't make any noise when you're not in it, using it. And so where could I put it? I could put it pretty close. So one of my first ideas was I could put it right here. You hop out of the house and do it. But then I thought, it's an important structure. It's an important building, but it's not something I'm going to be doing that much. And I also wanted to keep it close to where I'm going to eventually put this villager who I'm going to kidnap in a little while. So I thought maybe like right here in this space, if I did kind of like a smaller build, like right here in the space, I'd have to take out this cool tree, but I could put it right here in this space, and then it would be really convenient and close to the house. You're coming out of the house with something that you've just made to enchant, and you come down and it's right there. Boom. So stay tuned, because you're going to get to watch me do some terraforming and some cleanup before we actually start this cool new build. Okay, terraforming is complete. I wound up taking out a lot more trees than I had originally planned to take out. You can see this birch tree is still disappearing over here. But I think this is going to be the perfect space. And what I really like about this is that it's going to give me the flexibility that I want to build the structure that I want, and then come back in and re-terraform with more dirt and other materials, and also put trees that I want exactly where I want them, as opposed to where the Minecraft generation thought that they should go. But that means that if I want to, I could use some spruce trees like that. I could even use some of these dark oak trees behind them if I wanted to. It's going to be up to me, and I'm going to be able to put those trees exactly where I want them, along with whatever water feature or anything else that I want to do. So like always, we're going to go and set up our temporary workstation so that we have all the stuff that we need. Now, you're saying the house is right there. I know. But you know what? It is a good habit to be in, to get this going every time. It's just very convenient. You have all of the stuff that you need right here. It's all set up. It's ready to go. You need to sleep. You need to get your stuff. You don't have to carry too much stuff. Like, I definitely don't want to be carrying that around, or all of these bookshelves. So this is the space that we're going to do it. Now, you have lots of different options nowadays in Minecraft 1.17 and beyond. Lots and lots of different ways that you can organize your bookshelves. In the past, they used to have to be in a very, very specific arrangement. And I'm going to show you exactly what that arrangement is as soon as it's daytime again. Okay, so the arrangement of the bookshelves, in order to get the best possible enchantments, is you would start out with an enchanting table. Let's call that the enchanting table. And then around it, you had to have your bookshelves with only one block of air. You can't have a torch. You can't have truly anything in between the enchanting table, which is the make-believe one I'm standing on, and the bookshelves. And you had to have 15 bookshelves available. So the pattern that people would generally do is they would do 5, then that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they would come in, oops, not there, but there. And so if you look at a lot of old school Minecraft enchanting setups, and a lot of new ones too, there's nothing wrong with doing it like this. This becomes the size and the shape of your enchanting setup, with the enchanting table in the middle and the bookshelves lining around it. But as the rules changed a little bit, there became alternative ways to do it. All of a sudden, we could do things like stacking the bookshelves too high, and they would still work. So again, if you have 15 bookshelves, then you're going to have the ability to do some creative things. The bookshelves have to be no more than 1 block away, right? And they have to be either on the same level as the enchanting table or 1 level up. So you actually have the ability now to do something cool, like for example, and corners count. These ones in the corners do count. Okay. So something that I like to do is something like this. Of course, we're talking about bookshelves, not dirt. But if you then count them, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So you're at 10. Then there's 15 showing. And all of these count, right? Because you've got 10 on each left and right sides, 5 on each side, and then 3, 4, 5. You get 15. And this actually gives you a lot more flexibility. You don't need quite as large of a space. And if you don't mind having them stacked up double, then you have a lot more flexibility. And the reason that I'm not actually placing and doing this with the bookshelves is because when you break a bookshelf, you have to remake it. It does not remain a bookshelf. It becomes just a book, and then you have to remake it, which is not cool. I think it's horrible. So this is basically the footprint. And what this lets you do is have a much smaller footprint, because you're not having to come out all of these extra blocks like that in order to contain the same effectiveness. Now, the reason that bookshelves matter is if you have less than the specific amount of bookshelves that you need, you will not get the best possible enchantments. That's right. You need to have more bookshelves. More bookshelves equal better enchantments. And that's what you need to know. But this is also not going to be enough for us. We also need some more space, because there's some other things that you're going to want to keep with you. You're going to want an anvil, and you're going to want a grindstone. You'll probably want a chest or an ender chest. So your space is going to wind up being much bigger than this, actually. Even if you were to come in and put the walls along the side there, your enchanting room is going to take up a decent amount of space. So what exactly is our build going to look like if we're thinking about doing some kind of like, like I was saying, like a haunted church feel? And I debated this a lot. I didn't want to do something that was just like a real world church, because I feel like people have done that. I've already got a building over here that's fairly traditional, that's fairly, sized, normal. And I wanted this to kind of look a little bit different, but I couldn't figure out how to do it and still have enough space for everything that I wanted. So the idea that came to me was this: what if, as you walk down here, you've got trees kind of growing on either side, and as you get here, you're kind of now, maybe this is sort of like almost like I was saying, like maybe it's a graveyard, or maybe it's just a creepy, like there's just it looks weird and there's something weird, and then you get over here and you're into this sort of house that's got a very tall medieval kind of a point to it. And then I built like a whole big like church house thing, and it was too much and it made me angry. So I'm not going to do that, but stay tuned. I want you to watch me build this and tell me what you think. And I hate to say it, but this tree's got to go too. Guys, I have something to tell you. So I was building the new enchanting tower, and it went great. It was going really, really well. Yeah. And I recorded it. But then something happened to the recording, and it's gone. I can't show you building. I can't show it to you. It's gone. Like the recording's gone. Like it's completely gone. I deleted it. Fine. Yes, it's my fault. It's my fault. I thought that I had made a copy of it to the other machine where I do the editing, but I hadn't. I didn't. I'm sorry. I can't show you building it any past what I've already shown you. But there it is. there it is. It's done. Doesn't it look good? Yeah, I mean, it's done. It's done. It's done. It's completed. So here's the completed build. I can't show you how I built it though, and I'm not building it again, no way. But I can give you a little tour of it because it's done. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I'm putting in this room. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you, but you'll know soon enough. But here it is. Sorry about that. That's not... I won't make that mistake again. I promise. But it's done. Looks pretty cool, huh? Sorry about that. So I was able to recover the footage of the enchanting and how I actually use this room over here. So I'm going to be able to show you that. And I have some footage of me like terraforming around and making this place look awesome. So I can show you that. But anyway, this has been future me or present day me signing off. Let's get back to the actual kind of sort of building part of this. It is time to make the enchanting room an enchanting room. Now, how you do that is interesting. You need bookshelves, which we talked about on a previous episode. And of course, you need the enchanting table. But you can't just have bookshelves dropped in any old order. Because the amount of bookshelves that you have and the arrangement of the bookshelves actually matters. When you have the enchanting table, and there it is, the bookshelves must be no more than 1 block away from it. And there must be nothing except air in between the bookshelves and the enchanting table, or they don't count. So if you were to even just put a torch, that is going to negate this entire bookshelf. In order to get the best enchantments, the most powerful enchantments, and I'm actually going to do a little mini episode just about enchanting. But in order for that to work, in order for it to be successful, you need to have all the bookshelves, and you need to have a total of 15 bookshelves. Any more doesn't help you, but any less hurts you. Well, as you can see, I've got 3 sets of 3, which we know is 9, right? So I need to place 6 more bookshelves in order to get the full effect from this enchanting table, and that means the best enchantments and the highest level enchantments. So if we've got 9 here already, then we need 6 more to have what we need. So that's a no-brainer right there, I think. So that's 4. And then you could do 5, we could do 6. That seems fine. Now you can put more, like I said, and that's not going to hurt anything by putting more around. It's fine. And it looks cool, but it doesn't do anything to help your enchantment. That is just the way that it is. There's no other way about it. So that's how this works. The new thing in a recent update of Minecraft was at 1.6, maybe it was 1.7. You can put them on a second level around the enchanting table. It used to be that they all had to be on one level, and so you always had this sort of a U-shape design, almost a closed circle. Now you have a little bit more. Like I said, we've got the 15 or more actually bookshelves that we need to get the highest level of enchanting. You can see I also have an experience point level of 44, which is more than I would ever need. So the way enchanting works is kind of weird. So before we go into that, let me actually grab some of this lapis. So the first thing you do is you chuck some of that up in there. And then you're going to take the item that you want to enchant and you're going to put it right in there. So of course we want to start with the pick. If you see a level 30 here, on efficiency 3, that's actually really good. Really good. But let's say that I kind of do want to take that enchantment. But if you want it, that's not bad. That's not bad. Do I take it? If you're not sure, you can take another thing and you'll see that That'll give you the efficiency 3, and I could just do this on like the little stone pickaxe. Yeah, it's going to eat some of my experience points when I do it, but if I don't like this enchantment, if this is not the one that I want, then I can enchant something else. But you notice that no matter what I put in there, it's always efficiency 3, right? That's the way enchanting works. Now, if you put something in there that can't have efficiency, then it's going to give me knockback 2. But that does not change the enchantment for a pick. You see, it's always going to be locked in on that. It'll in fact, anything that can get efficiency will get efficiency. Now, if you were to put it in there, see, they're all getting efficiency 3. Now, that's actually a really good enchantment. It's no silk touch, but efficiency 3 is something really good. And so, you know what? Why not? That's the one they want to give me. There, now it's enchanted. Now you'll notice it also got fortune 2. Fortune 2. So I got efficiency 3 and fortune 2 on this pick. This is a very good pick now. And you can see it used 3 points of experience when I did that and used some lapis, but we've got a ton of that. Now, if we were to put this back in there, no, you cannot enchant it again. That's it. That's what this one is. Now, what you can do is you can take a book and you can put a book on there. Knockback 2 is the enchantment that it would give this book. The reason that I mention this is you could also do it with another diamond pick. But if you got a different enchantment, you could take a book and put it on an anvil and combine enchantments. So if I got another item that was enchanted, let's say with efficiency 3, I could combine it with this one as long as it was a compatible item. In other words, another pick or a book. And I could get efficiency 4 from it. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so let's see what this one's giving me. Oh, efficiency 4 on the axe. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Makes me feel dumb for taking 3 on that one. And let's put the sword up there and see what we got. Looting 2. Well, looting 2 is not... It's not the best. It's not the best. I do like looting, but I would much rather have looting 3. Aqua Affinity. That's very useful. I could put that onto a helmet. In fact, let me, don't look. I'm going to strip down here really quick. And I'm going to put this back on an Aqua Affinity. Yeah, but that's something really good to have on a helmet. Yeah, so now we got Aqua Affinity and Unbreaking 3. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see what else we can get. Now you notice now my XP is down at 35. I'm getting dangerously close. Unbreaking 3 on that. This will probably be fire protection. Not bad, but it's not. I don't want to waste the protection 4. All of these are really, really good enchantments to take. All of them are really good. But the sword, sharpness 4. Yes, please. Okay, and now we're at 32 XP. What are we going to get if we throw the shovel up? Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3. Fine, fine. Now I'm at 29, okay? Now I'm at 29. Now watch what the enchantments are like now that see how it says level requirement 30. I am now do not have enough XP to enchant to protection 3 anymore. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. I used up all my XP. I got to go get more. How do I get more? Well, just by doing things in the world. That's how you get more. You just do things in the world. Unless you have something like, say, a skeleton spawner. And if you have something like a skeleton spawner, well, then you are lucky because you can just stand there and kill the skeletons and collect XP from them. And with that, that'll be the end of this episode. That's right. I appreciate you tuning in so much. Thank you so much for doing that. It's amazing. I appreciate everybody who has taken the time to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And it helps so much. I'm trying to grow the channel. I appreciate everybody who does that. So if you've done that, we're best friends for life, and we can hang out anytime you want. And I'll pay for the hamburgers and the French fries, but you got to buy the drink. That's it. You got to buy the Coke. Otherwise, that's it. That's all I got for you. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Huge difference. Love you. Mean it. That's all I got for you today. Have a good one. It's Captain Dan signing off. We'll see you next time when we're going to build an awesome skeleton farm. Have a good one, guys. Bye.